How many of us are this kind of person? Just tell me what I need to know, and I'm going to do it on my own. So like, what are the absolute necessities here? I'm not trying to make the perfect cake. I just want to, what are the main ingredients? And I'll cook it myself. Okay, so you're going to bake an ADHD cake. Tasty. All right, I'm going to give you the ingredients that I use in my cake, the main ingredients, and then you go bake yourself that motherfudging cake. You are listening to ADHD Big Brother, the podcast for adults struggling with their ADHD, their comorbid depression, their anxiety. Oh, it's just a hoot. I'm your host and your ADHD Big Brother, Russ Jones. I've got ADHD too. I've got depression as well. It's crap-tastic. So let's learn some stuff. Let's laugh at some stuff. Let's make some commitments to do some stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, here's some stuff. Welcome to the ADHD Big Brother podcast. I'm glad you're here. Hi. How are you doing? I have been, well, let me just get right into talking about myself. Thanks. I've been really deep diving into my own work. It's my own skull spaghetti lately. It's specifically on the productivity front. I am so fascinated by it. Like, what does it take for us to do stuff? I love pondering on it. I'm a total nerd for it. So I'm going to knock out the mental health and the businessy stuff real quick, and then I want to get into it. Because I do believe I teed up cake ingredients. Did I not? Okay, businessy stuff. I am stoked to report. My one-on-one coaching slots, they're full right now. I'm so proud of myself for this accomplishment. It feels good. It feels great. I'm just really feeling great about that. And this is really just an announcement to the people that listen to the podcast on the week that it airs. I mean, if you're listening to this in 2026, reach out. You know what I mean? I might have openings. You never know. I still do free 30-minute Chatsky poos as of this recording. So some people call them discovery calls. It's like that. See if we're a good fit or just shoot the shit about something. Use it however you want. You want to use it to show me your latest art project? I'm in. I love looking at your art projects. Sometimes, you're gauging it for fit, but I'm also gauging it for fit too. Because you never know. It might not be right for you, right? Like, you might not be right for me. Or, you know what? You might be able to save a shitload of money and get your needle moving forward through the online community. So if you're the kind of person that can log in, if you know how to doom scroll on your phone, I think you're qualified. What if instead of doom scrolling, you were connecting with other adults with ADHD, going through some content and how to do shit content and getting your life managed in like a collective, and it's in a gamified way. God, what if you could do that? I mean, I think why it works so well in our community, it's like, just any community really, it's that other people is really the frosting on the cake. I'm not a guru of any kind. I'm an ADHD productivity coach. Yay. But I use that community as it's intended. Like, I'm an active member. I'm not just, showing up on a call once a month and then you never see me. I live there. I body double in there almost every day. I'm body doubling in there right as I was writing this because I'm getting shit done. So why not do it in a body double room so I could either help somebody else out or they can help me? This was, this is what my mentor would say to me. Dana Rayburn is amazing ADHD coach. She's since retired. She always would say to me, you got to walk the talk. And that so resonates with me. It's like I speak so highly about the power of community. It's not like what people maybe think of when they think of a community. Like they think, oh, maybe a Facebook group, where like, yes, it's all like, we're going to chit chat and share some fun memes about losing our keys and, fun things like not being able to sit still. And, hey, what medicine are you taking? Because I'm totally willing to take the advice of a complete stranger based on your success. What? Anywho's I think ADHD Big Brother, it's more like you're doing a CrossFit for ADHD. I don't know. I've never been to a CrossFit. I'm really talking out of my ass right now. But what I think it's a whole bunch of people with a similar goal, maybe of some kind of health goal, and they all show up to work on that in the CrossFit style, and the stylings of CrossFit. Can you guys tell I'm a real exercise enthusiast? Yeah, but it's CrossFit for ADHD. Except, it's online and we all kind of create our own rules. And, but besides that, it's exactly like CrossFit. Oh my Lord. All right. Hey, you know the deal. Join the ADHD Big Brother community and everything in your life will change. Great. Come and say hi, get some shit done. All righty. Mental health report. We are in service of normalizing talking about our skull spaghetti. It's the good, the bad, and the weird. We're not always fine. I'm currently doing fine, though, so that feels weird to say. I did a thing recently where I treated myself because of this ADHD Big Brother success that I've been having. I decided to treat myself to having my place professionally cleaned. Holy shit. It's not something that I do. And so when the cleaners were leaving, I was talking to the boss lady there and I was like, oh, I'm so grateful and I can't believe it's so clean and wonderful. And she said something about how important having a clean place is. She said, it's good for you. If you have depression, it helps. And that kind of stopped me. I was like, how the fuck does she know I have depression? Am I wearing it? I feel fine. I don't feel sad right now. It was funny. I think it was she's just making a general comment, but it really hit me. And I also really see what she's talking about. So, man, so worth it. And I'm not a bajillionaire, but I will absolutely be socking into away money and to do this again because it absolutely affected my mental health in a positive way. She called it. She fucking called it. Cleaners called it. So my mental health right now, it's good. I notice that I still tend to have intrusive thinking. It's fairly a bit, to be honest. A lot of imposter syndrome type stuff. And things like, it's things that I've resolved. So it's like, why are you still popping up in my brain? It doesn't make sense to me. And I fantasize about scenarios a lot. Like my brain will say things like, oh God, what if the guy in front of me as I'm driving slams on his brakes? And what if he got out of his car, told me to roll down my window? And then it's like my brain just starts going into action movie mode. And I'm like playing out like this John Wick style situation. But a lot of it, it's just useless self-judgment. I think the more that I don't fight my brain on it, it's the less power it has over me. I'm like a real big fan of even though, as you know, like I would be so much more into the DBT style of therapy, the dialectical behavior therapy. You should go back and listen to an episode with Lori Bruce or check out her podcast From Both Sides of the Couch. She's a DBT person. Even though my brain rattles on with its mean, creative, violent bullshit, I lean heavily on my heart. And that tends to help, right? WWHS. What would my heart say? Fuck my brain. It's usually, my heart is usually a lot nicer than my brain. So my brain can suck it. Okay, moving on. Report concluded. What does it actually take to successfully manage your ADHD? There are so many things to this. ADHD seeps into all the cracks, doesn't it? Overreacting, spousal issues, tardiness, insecurity, revenge bedtime procrastination, addictive behavior, impulsive behavior, lots of guilt, shame, low self-esteem, low confidence. There's just a shitload going on, isn't there? It's a true crap sandwich. A lot of it, we should be working it through in therapy. So go to Psychology Today website, find yourself a therapist. And then also for the ADHD, I have found that when you do stuff, a lot of this starts to work out. If you began to master the art of doing what you said, when you said you were going to do it, like to yourself and others, can you imagine all the things that would start to change? You might start to develop confidence in yourself because you can finish projects. You can honor a time commitment. You know how good that feels? That self-esteem, oh my God. The data points that start accruing when you achieve things or you do things even though. It is nice. The stress that goes away because you know how to plan, but beyond planning, you know how to follow through on the plan. Oh my gosh. I still have ADHD. Things will still fall through the cracks. I still sink into depressive episodes. That's my ongoing battle. But I can speak from experience that my baseline self-esteem and confidence, despite what my shithead brain will tell you, my heart confidence and my ability to do and achieve is astronomically higher than it was before I managed my ADHD. So let me tell you here what I believe it takes. I'm not going to quote science or books or that. All this stuff really comes from books that I've read. experiments that I've done on myself, and the collective of what I've seen inside ADHD Big Brother, and then through my one-on-one coaching. This is what's gone into, let's call this my personal opinion based on some stuff. And what you do with it is up to you. Information is everywhere, folks, but what you do with it, that's what makes the secret sauce so saucy. These are the non-negotiables with ADHD. You have to have a calendar. Go, get one. God damn it. Done. Please, motherfuckers. I'm going to be like an angry school teacher here. Get your fucking calendar, okay? A teacher that curses. Get your fucking calendar. A teacher that smokes cigarettes. Wow. In 2025, an angry school teacher smoking cigarettes. Here's what you need first. Get a fucking calendar. Why? Because you need to know when you have appointments. Lunch dates, doctor's appointments, work thingies, things that are day and time specific. They need a home that you visit every day. My calendar, I use a Google Calendar. So what's yours? Do you have one? My parents, they're in their 70s. They have a wall calendar for their 8,000 monthly doctor's appointments. How the hell are you going to successfully manage your life if you're not capturing your day and time specific appointments in a certain place known as a calendar? I've done this in the past, gone without a calendar, no calendar, like operating on hopefully. Like, hopefully the friend reminds me. Hopefully I randomly remember. Hopefully I don't accidentally double book and have to bail on something the last minute. A lot of hopefullys in the world of, I'll just remember. Or do you only have 1 or 2 appointments a month? Awesome. Then your calendar might be nice and open. Pretty cool. Still necessary. Can't wait to help you stuff a couple more appointments in there. Give you some practice doing some things during a quote unquote appointment time. Maybe something you schedule for you. I don't know. One of your goals, maybe. One of your 60% complete projects, perhaps. Oh my gosh. Intentionality with our time? Yeah, that's a cake ingredient. So now that we have a calendar, which is awesome, one also needs one place where one can capture all of one's ideas, thoughts, to-dos, etc. You know, the joke about ADHD is that, I use Post-its and just envelopes everywhere. I got 10 separate notebooks. And that doesn't work when it comes to productivity. No, I believe in the one notebook to rule them all theory. It's not really theory. It's more of a Lord of the Rings stance. You know, believe the legend goes. So the nine rings for mortal men. It's like 9 notebooks for every hobby and 7 apps for the dwarves on our smartphones, each promising a system to change all systems, and 3 various pieces of paper and Post-its and envelopes, and then 1 notebook to rule them all. We need 1 notebook. 1. Maybe it's an app for you. I don't know. We have people in our community that use apps for that. Todoist, that's one of them. Do is one. One member has a system using the Notes app. I'm not a big apps fan for this stuff, just because apps get buried in my smartphone. I have to remember to open it. I have to know how to look at it, and how it's hard for me to get a zoom out view of my world from my phone. Like if I have a list of like 100 things to do, that can be hard on a phone, right? It's just scrolling and scrolling. For me, that is. I mean, but if you're able to be successful with one place to capture all that on an app, then that's what I would recommend. Delete everything else. I like to see my stuff zoomed out. I've been using a bullet journal since 2018 because I looked at the spine of one of my very first bullet journal. 7 years I've practiced the art form, and I use symbols that I created because I don't want to look at a bunch of words on my turd mountain of tasks. I want to scan symbols. So I have a methodology for how I can quick scan when I plan. It's working great at the moment, so I'll teach it to you someday when it's all polished up. Or you could join ADHD Big Brother. I mean, we're guinea pigging in there. So you have a calendar, great. And you have 1 notebook. These 2 things in and of themselves can eliminate a massive amount of undue stress and anxiety and guilt and shame. And that's an acronym you got there. SAGS. Stress, anxiety, guilt, and shame. SAGS. This is going to help you stop sagging. That's simple. This is 2 simple things. I like to keep the information that I provide here as simple as possible. Because if I give you a bunch of things, it's not going to happen. It's already very unlikely to happen, but it's like, I would like to give this a shot. It always frustrates me, like when I listen to something and they're like, they try to give you everything and every possible avenue of everything. Try this, but then try that. And if that doesn't work, you might want to try that first and then this, or try that first and then one of these other three things. But if you aren't the type to do that second one, there's an option for that one as well. And of course, it depends on the time of the day. Good point. In that case, you would do this instead of that. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh, what was the first one again? I can't. Oh God. So to honor our debilitating ADHD, which is crap-tastic, I want to keep it simple. Get a calendar, and then you figure out what that's going to be for you. Get one notebook, and you figure out what that's going to be, and then use them. Look at them. You want a system? You want a routine? Every morning, look at your calendar. What's on there today? Nothing? Great. Moving on. How long did that take? About 30 seconds. And then every night, when you're winding down at some point, look at your calendar. What's coming up tomorrow? Another 30 seconds. My challenge, you do that, and you have just given yourself permission to forget everything that you've ever scheduled. You don't have to carry around anything in your brain because you will see it before it's too late. Why do you have to look at a calendar when there's rarely anything on there, if that's the type of person you are? It's because of the time that there is something on there that you forgot about, because you can forget about it. You get to forget now. My challenge for you is to pick a calendar. One calendar. The only thing that it has to do is visually show you that you have an appointment and what time it is. You know, the alarms and the reminders and all that, blah, blah, blah. That's advanced ADHD, whatever. We'll get to that. This is ADHD 101. Let's get this squared away. When a person with ADHD can confidently schedule shit in their calendar, things that have no urgency, things that they'd like to do, or responsibilities that they feel they need to do, even though there isn't an immediate consequence, and they can learn to honor that time schedule more often than not. It's like nothing is ever a guarantee or an every single time type of deal. If they can do that, the belief in yourself skyrockets. Oh my God, the things that we feel, oh, I can do this, I can achieve this. I love this shit. It's amazing. And I'll leave you with this. ADHD isn't about learning how to do a thing. I mean, thank you, science. I love it. I'm a pro-science guy. Thank you for helping us understand our brain. It's not going to do your laundry, man. It's just going to make you more eloquent when you tell people why you can't do your laundry. I believe this ADHD struggle, it's about practicing stuff. What does it take for you to do stuff? Not ADHD people, you. What does it take you to do stuff? Like we're all waiting for that light to flicker, right? That light to flicker for a thing, the system that will make sense because, God, when we read it, there was an epiphany and, oh, I get it now. It makes sense. And that sense of newness, that novelty makes us feel like this is it. This is the one because I have a feeling inside and I'm motivated now to move forward on this thing. So when the novelty wears off, the thing fails. We think the thing doesn't work for us. And it becomes another data point for our brain to tell us why things don't work for us. It's not the system. Every system works if we use it. People don't write books about systems that don't work. The thing that juices me up, it's when people start bland and boring. Just get a calendar. Get a dumb calendar. Get a notebook. Get a stupid one notebook. There's no right answer. A calendar and a notebook. And then look at your dumb, boring calendar every morning and every night. Even though there's no juice for it. 60 seconds of your day. Give me 60 seconds of your day. Every single day. Weekends included. And see if you don't start noticing things. Coming up with unique iterations. Things to try. How to make your calendar cooler. But always knowing what the baseline is. Look at the boring ass calendar every morning and every night. What's coming up? All right. You have your challenge. What is your calendar and what is your notebook situation? If you need help on the actual getting started on the things, I'd say go to ADHDBigBrother.com and grab, there's free resources on there. I think webinars I've done, PDFs you can print out. Or if you want to fast track the stuff, reach out. All the necessary links are in the show notes. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic week and I will talk to you later.